Hey friends, so I wanted to give you guys an update on these air layers that I did, and wanted to show you guys. I did these about 10 days ago, and wanted to show you guys that if you look, they're starting to grow on their own, which is crazy sign. They're it's been about 10 days and they're already growing. This one as well is starting to put new shoots out. Also over here, I did this air layer. This was the top of this, and just look at these leaves on here. Look how nice and green those are. All new growth coming up. So there was nothing on the bottom of this air layer, so the air layer was up here, and anything underneath that there was nothing, and it produced all these shoots. And look how healthy this is looking. All is starting to bud out from the trunk line here, and this one as well is starting to take on its own. And underneath the pot, it's roots, you could see them starting to come out, and this has only been 10 days, so everything else is looking pretty good. This oak tree, I really like this oak tree. This is going to be a nice nice little tree. And this is the pine that we did, the red pine. So I have this air layer I just put over here because up on the deck we got a new umbrella, so I had to bring a lot of my stuff down here on this patio area. So, but this is the blood good variety, and just waiting for this to take so we could plant it in its own pot. It's just because it's grafted and I wanted it to be on its own roots, but I will plant this one in the ground and let it thicken up and see how it goes. Here's another maple over here. This is the lace leaf, and this one is starting to thicken up as well. This one's been in the ground for a year now, so it will be going on 2 years. And this right here is a little cutting I took off the trees that I got in the front, those junipers that my dad planted a long time ago. And it took on its own. I just stuck it in the ground, and it starting to grow very well. So this has been in here actually for a little over a year as well. Probably the same time as the maple, but that looks pretty cool. Let's take a walk on the side of the house and see what we got. So we have the pine here growing very dense. That's good to see. And these are our native junipers here in Illinois. You see them growing everywhere out here. But pretty cool. That thing's really starting to take off. Here's juniper nana. Look at that thing. And here's that yew tree that I planted in the ground. So this is the one I paid at Home Depot for $9, $10. So starting to grow some new shoots on here. So these will be the main branches here, and it will fill out here. I will grow this to thicken everything up here, and then I will make this a deadwood feature all throughout here, and you know, have it a nice you know, apex and leading branch, and then maybe a back branch. I'm not really sure. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to make one whole section here and then have this a deadwood. So here's another juniper shimpaku I put on the ground, and it's really all bent up in there like crazy. So this thing's starting to grow as well. Juvenile foliage, but it's alright. Nice cascading. These will all be branches here. Pretty cool. The apex of it died off, but that's alright. Make something cool out of that. Nice little mini tree. This is Scots pine. Pretty cool. Also an update on these cuttings. Those maple cuttings are doing really well. Even these elms are, you could put those in there and they'll grow. Here are some yew cuttings that are starting to grow by themselves as well. And then those are the cedar, the white cedar I took from the front. Those are in there. Let's see how they're looking. I haven't even looked at them yet. They've just been left in here. Yeah, looking pretty good. I got a maple in the back there that's doing well. That's pretty cool. Got some good stuff this year. Today, I brought in the Japanese, or not the Japanese, I don't know what kind of maple this is, but it's a maple that I took an air layer off the front tree of my house, and this was this year's air layer, so I took it off maybe oh man, 2 weeks at the most. I'm not even sure it was even that long. So and you could see already the growth, how healthy this tree is. All new leaves emerging, all from the tips. So what I wanted to do was take off these lower branches, just because I didn't. I want to fill out the top, and it'll look a little bit better. I'll keep this one here, and at least take off these three right here. This one, and this one, and maybe this bottom one will, if I let it elongate, it will thicken up the base here a little bit more. Only problem is I just don't want it to be an inverse taper. So if I take it out now, it might be okay. We'll see. It's not really doing it. That was beforehand. So yeah, I just wanted to take those off and let the top fill out very nicely, and it'll be a nice Nice tree. So I'm gonna set you guys down right here. Even my little one, the other one that I took, that thing frickin' has long shoots on it already. So I'll keep you guys right there. Just gonna come in here and take that off. So I don't have any cut paste. So what I usually use is just like a super glue or wood glue. Even just with me just taking it off the tree, I already you could see the fertilizer in there. Fertilized very heavily, but with a low grade fertilizer. I think it's like a 5-4, 4 or something like that, 5-4-5. So I still have a couple more air layers on the tree. I think I'm gonna do another one. I don't know if the other ones are going to take. This one took and it built roots like, here, let me pull up my phone here, I'll show you. Let's see if I got it on here. So the little one, I only have the little one. But you could see how much roots that built up. Right there. That's just a crazy amount. So that's the little maple. So this one it was freaking packed. So, and that's pretty good for 6 weeks. And I did it in a bag, like a bag form. I didn't put like the basket, you know, I didn't put a basket around it. I did the bag method. And I didn't want it to stay too wet in there, so I poked some holes, and I would check it every once in a while and see if it would dry out. So if I would think it would need some water, I would take like a needle and pump some water in there, and that would keep it just moist enough to uptake. So yeah, you got to make sure that you guys check and make sure that they're not too wet, because if they're too wet, they won't take, and if they're too dry, they won't take as well. So you guys can see now that this is gonna start filling out here. It's gonna give it a nice tree look, especially when this branch grows outwards. I'll have it come up. Be very nice tree. So if I do another air layer on this tree, which I think I'm going to, I'm just going to start it from nothing. I'll take you guys out there and I'll show you guys that. So I decided I'm actually going to take this one off as well. I just don't want it to create an inverse taper in here. I know after this tree starts to really take off, when I repot it in a couple years, I know I'll have that from being an air layer. I'll be able to really put out the roots and have a nice nabari at the bottom. So it's already starting to, I don't want it to get any worse over here. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove this one as well. So that's it with that. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the other one and show you guys that. So this is the other one, and you could see that that growth coming out of there, and got another piece right up here, and eventually I'll build the whole thing up, and I'll be able to remove at least this bigger one, and maybe leave this one out this way. So we'll see, but for right now they're growing. So I have a couple more air layers up top there. I don't know if those will take, I'm not really sure. I checked them the other day and they were just swelling up. So we'll see with those. But I'd have this piece where I took the air layer off before. I'm going to maybe make a little Shohin air layer. Maybe I'll show you guys that. But take it off that. So we'll see. Maybe if I could get it just right at that trunk right there, that'd be a nice little flare at the bottom. So that'd be pretty cool to get. So we'll see. Maybe tomorrow I'll do that. Let me know what you guys think, if you guys want to see that.